Will you marry me?
Artem.
Yes.
They met on Dancing with the Stars, fell in love, and had their son Matteo before Nikki and Artem tied the knot.
How's married life?
Oh, it's so good. It's amazing. No, it really is.
But before the wedded bliss came wedding drama.
If you need a second.
Putting it all on camera for Nikki Bella Says I Do, Thursdays on E, as they plan a 4-week crash wedding in Paris.
I love you. I love you more.
Why 4 weeks to plan this wedding? Why did we decide to put this stress on ourselves?
It was totally
pointing
me.
fingers right here.
You know, it's been a while for Artem and I because when we got engaged, one, we didn't realize then that I was pregnant, and then the pandemic hit. Then when we were about to start to plan in Napa, it was all great with Artem's parents. Then the war started, Russia and Ukraine, and then we didn't really talk about it. And then all of a sudden I was like, you know what, Artem? You go back to dancing end of August. Matteo starts school. I had another job booked. This is our only chance to really know that it can work and that we don't have to call people and be like, hey, so we have to change our wedding date. I'm like, this will be for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know why in my head I thought it'd be really easy to do it in 4 weeks. I'm like, what do you just call flowers and catering and a venue and they say yes. I don't suggest it to anyone. Not a good idea.
I know everything wasn't smooth sailing as it can't be in 4 weeks, but you also suffered from panic attacks during this 4 weeks?
Bree and I are always known for being real and raw. And Artem's been so new to this world, bless his heart. But I told him, I go, every couple goes through this. And Artem and I, the closer the wedding gets, it's crazy that when you know you're gonna make it official, so many feelings come up. And you're like, have we talked this through on how we raise Matteo or how we look at life and how there's all these things. And I think even Artem, at times I felt like was getting a little bit of cold feet. And my sister at one point in Paris didn't even think we were gonna make it down the aisle.
Really?
Artem freaked out at me. It was like kind of crazy.
I'm kind of worried about you guys.
Artem and I had to have a big heart-to-heart because we were just kind of hitting heads on certain things. And I think with that and then my son being involved, it was just giving me panic attacks because he's the one thing that we both worry about 24/7. Like anything we do, we just think about him first. And so I couldn't stop thinking about that, you know, like, are we being a great example for him? And is this the life that we should have him in? It was just so many things. And at night I'd be getting these panic attacks. But the one thing that's been amazing about Artem is I could talk to him about anything and he's very understanding and we will argue, sometimes yell, but we always will understand each other. It could take a little bit, but, and he accepts me for me. Wild
so
and
important.
crazy and strong. I'm very, very strong.
Some pre-wedding jitters, one wild joint bachelor-bachelorette party with a racy pole dance from bride to be.
I did a striptease for Artem, and it's because, you know, my sister did come to me, she goes, you know, like, Artem and his friends aren't dancing at all at the bachelorette party. And I was like, how dare them? They're the pro dancers.
That's what I'm saying.
I was like,
what's happening?
I'm like, wow. It would be
day off.
We
so.
just did what unexpected, you know, because that would be so expected of us.
So what I knew wouldn't be expected, what no one would see coming, is if I did a striptease.
There you go.
And so Artem was so shocked. I think his face is priceless.
I didn't know, you know, like sometimes like have like hints, oh, there's gonna be something probably coming up. I had no clue.
No
and that was a
idea.
big entrance, I mean, let me tell you.
I
It
came
was a
down the
big
ceiling in a
entrance.
birdcage.
And everybody saw?
Everybody saw it in the
I'm-
club. Everyone.
Well,
Including her brother.
Everyone.
oh, my brother
Including
was there.
her
I didn't
brother.
think that went through when I invited him to the joint. I was like, I didn't even think about it till after Brie goes, you just saw JJ's face. And I was like, oh my gosh, JJ was there. But it wasn't like I took
Yeah.
anything off. But just even being sexy
You just
clothing,
came pretty much
doing a
naked from the
striptease.
get-go.
I
so, yeah.
like that
Yeah.
you did that.
Yeah.
Thank you, right?
I didn't
It was
do that.
super empowering, I do have to say.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
And so is Nikki's decision to wear her dream dress, one she actually bought when she was engaged to John Cena.
And you probably know when you got married, when you put on a dress, I was just, what I've had was like, that was meant for me. And even in the moment when I had that dress, I thought about myself, how I felt in it and how much I loved it. Nothing compared to these two dresses I had, but especially this one.
Yeah.
It was my dream. And I told Brie, I was like, I just feel like it's okay that I wear it. Like, it was for me. I never actually wore this.
Right.
And it wasn't for anyone else. And I bought it too.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know, like, this is mine. And my sister was against it. And then it took her little girl, Birdie, when she saw me, and it was like, Dodo, that's the one. And I'm like, see, it is.
I love that you made that decision for yourself, and then I love that it's not even a deal for you. You know, like you just care how she looks and feels. Or wait, was it?
If the dress would be an issue, I think it is a bigger issue than actually that. So
Right?
I think it was just like, if you want that dress, makes you happy, why not?
Honeymoon.
Haven't happened yet.
So we don't like to leave Matteo.
Sure.
And so I had an idea about, oh, let's just bring him along. And my sister was like, no, you just wait. And I'm like, Matteo can come to our honeymoon. I mean, I'm fine with that.
What is the actual definition of honeymoon?
get a
I would like
close-up
to
on
know,
that face?
please. Please. If somebody give me a definition of it, now I can take it easier, you know. No, hey, I adore absolutely Alessandro, so obviously, like, I would
He
love for
wants
him
something
to be
with
there,
just
you know.
mom. So I get
So
it.
we have two, right?
But,
Maybe
yeah.
we do a little mini
Yeah.
one with Matteo,
Right.
and then a bigger one without.
Yeah.
Right. See, we'll do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
When?
maybe when he turns
Why
5.
don't we lock in dates
And we
now?
want the cameras on for that.
Yeah.
too.
Why don't we
honestly,
lock
right?
in dates now?